Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Oh,
And you?
I'm okay. It's not good. I didn't like it. Didn't you have a nice, wonderful weekend? Long weekend?
Unfortunately not. Not
No,
fun. Oh, no.
really. I'm sorry
Really.
to hear that.
Okay.
Because mine was so good. I was hoping everyone would have a good weekend too. Hello again, Erica. Hi, Carol. How are
Hello,
you?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm very well. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you, teacher.
That's good to know, Carol. Dirce, how are you today?
Very well, thanks. And you?
I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Okay. Camila, how's it going over there?
Hi, Roberto. How are you? Got your hair?
Yeah, yes. I had my hair cut. I had my hair cut. I didn't cut my hair. Okay. I'm not crazy enough. I had
Okay.
my hair cut. Okay. Hi, Gloria. How are you?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm very well. How about you?
Fine, thanks for asking.
That's good. Juliana, hello.
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing over there? Good?
Good.
I'm fine.
Very good. Thank
Yeah.
Thank
Oscar,
you.
I'm all right. Thanks for asking, Juliana. How are you,
Yeah,
Oscar? How is life in Canada?
I'm fine. How was your weekend?
Ah, very good.
Yeah. And the last Friday, how was your last Friday?
Awesome. Yes, it was very special. Okay.
Nice,
And
very nice, Roberto.
on the contrary of what Carol said, teacher, I've been married for 10 years, okay? I
Oh,
have been married for 35 years and I had an amazing Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
teacher, come on, help me.
yeah.
I
But not
am,
that.
I never forget things like these, okay?
But my weekend was good too.
Okay, so you see,
Yeah,
Well,
it
it's
turned it out
possible.
well. Of course, of course. It's always possible, okay?
Yes.
Gabriel, how are you doing, my friend? Good? I
Hello,
think
teacher.
Oh, I thought you were eating. Okay, hello.
No, not
How
anymore.
are you? Good?
Always good.
Always good. This guy is really optimistic. Always good. Okay, good to hear that. Hello again, Mario. All right, guys. Where did we stop in our last class on Thursday? Did we have a chance to finish the article about biodiversity or biodiversity or no? Help!
Exercise?
Did we finish or no?
Me no.
No.
No?
the question is, we didn't finish it.
Yes, we didn't finish last class.
I
Yes,
didn't know.
I think I finished. We finished.
we finished. We
The
answered the
exercises
question.
too?
The exercise, no.
No, the exercise.
I didn't
Yeah. The
exercise.
exercise, no.
Okay. So do you guys believe that you can remember the article so that we can discuss the exercise or no?
I
remember.
remember.
Okay, let's try. Okay, let's try. Okay. All right. Raquel, hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. New hair?
Oh, yeah, since last week. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the requirements requirements of my wife. She asked me to get a haircut or I would sleep on the sofa. As I didn't want to sleep on the sofa, I got a haircut, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Okay. So the first question is, what does biodiversity or biodiversity refer to? Chemical replants that are used to get rid of bugs, the scientific study of an ecosystem, the variety of plant and animal life in an environment, the large population of salmon that live near Seattle.
Letter C.
C.
See? Does
C.
anyone think it's letter E?
No.
Oh,
No. Letter
No.
C. Okay.
Letter C.
The
yeah.
variety of
I
plants and
think it's the correct C.
yes. Okay, you guys are right. Letter C. What does the author explain in the passage? A, the author explains the terms biodiversity and ecosystem, giving examples of each. The author explains the terms tribe and Native American without giving examples. The author explains the terms pod, school, and wetlands, giving examples of each. Or the author explains the terms nourishment and chemical without giving examples. A, B, C, D, or E?
B. No, sorry. A.
A.
A, yes.
Yeah.
A.
A, very good.
A.
Yes,
A.
you guys have a good memory, better than mine. Changing one part of an ecosystem can affect other parts of the environment where the change is made. What evidence from the passage supports this statement? Native Americans who lived in what is known as the Midwest hunted large animals like bison. Tribes who lived in the deserts of what is now Arizona built homes in the rocky cliffs and hills. When American farmers began using pesticides to harm bugs, they harmed humans as well. Tribes on the west coast of North America fished salmon, while tribes on the east coast caught crabs and lobsters. Okay? Oh, the question is, one change can affect other parts, okay? Change in one part can affect other parts. What is the best answer? A, B, C, D, or E?
C. Letter C.
Yeah, C. I think C.
My
I
opinion,
think
C is the best.
too.
C.
Wow, I'm so proud of you guys. There are only good students in this class. Congratulations. Based on the information in the passage, what can the reader conclude about biodiversity? There was very little biodiversity in North America before it was split up into states and countries. There was a lot of biodiversity in North America before it was split up into states and countries. Biodiversity cannot be affected by human activity. Biodiversity cannot be affected by changes to the ecosystem.
Letter B.
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 Yes,
B.
letter B.
Yeah.
B.
What is the passage mainly about? Different Native American tribes and the ways in which they obtained food, natural environments and the way changes can affect those environments, pesticides used by farmers and the harmful effects of those pesticides on humans, a pod of whales that cannot go to its usual feeding area in Alaska because of sharks. A, B, C, D, or E?
B.
B.
Okie dokie, letter B. Very good.
Letter B.
Read the following sentence. An ecosystem is a very complex and delicate arrangement of plants and animals that provide nourishment for each other in a variety of ways. If one part of the ecosystem changes or is disrupted, it can affect the entire working of an environment. What does the word environment mean? A species of plant or animal, a group of Native Americans living in the same place, the damage that humans can do to their surroundings, or an area where things live?
A.
See,
Last one.
C.
Agora D.
D as in Daisy, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the other is not only a species of plant or animal, it's everything, understand? Water,
Yes.
rivers, everything, okay? So letter D, an area, okay? Choose the best answer that best completes the sentence.
Unnecessary.
I beg your pardon?
No, it's not necessary to read the test.
Oh, it's not necessary. Okay. Number 7. What is the answer that best
No, it's
completes?
necessary.
A.
Who said it's necessary?
Regina.
Oh, hello, Regina. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I am very well, very happy. How about you? How was your
Me
Valentine's
too.
Day?
Great.
Aha!
Excellent.
All right. So glad to hear that. So, Regina, if you think it's necessary, why don't you read it for us, please? A special gift for you.
Choose the answer that best completes the sentence below. Native Americans living in what is known as the Midwest
It's
hunted
now
large
known.
animals. No, now, or now, no.
Now known.
Is now, no. I'm sorry.
No problem. And what's the second part? Then we discuss the answer.
Native Americans living on the eastern coast caught
Caught, past tense of catch.
small animals.
Okay, so in one side, the Native Americans living in the Midwest hunted large. On the other side, the Native Americans living on the eastern coast caught small animals, fish, lobsters, crabs. So what is the best completion here? On the other hand, as a result, as an illustration, or most importantly?
On the other hand.
on the other hand.
Letter E. A.
Excellent, guys. You got the idea. It's a contrasting. That's why.
Yeah.
On the other hand, da-na-na-na-na-na. Very
Yes.
good. What happened when American farmers started using pesticides to get rid of bugs? Now, you don't have alternatives. It's a written answer. Can anyone answer this for me, please?
The humans get sick.
The farmers got sick. Yes?
The humans.
The humans got sick. Yes.
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 Yes. And this brings to a very interesting point. When they first came out with the pesticides, understand, and they discovered that many humans were being seriously affected by the pesticides. What do you think the Americans did? They stopped producing. They threw away all the deposits of pesticides they had, or they tried to sell the pesticides in other countries.
Develop other pesticides, no, less harmful.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop using pesticides.
Carol,
No, develop other types of pesticides
Yeah.
less harmful for the
Harmful.
humans. Harmful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to
Yes.
develop.
Yes.
Try to develop.
To be sold in the USA. But what about the deposits of the harmful pesticides they already had in stock? What do you think they did? They destroyed, they threw away, or they dumped?
They
Or no
probably
idea?
threw
I
in another
think
country.
they
Yeah.
sold food
Yeah.
to another country.
Yeah.
Have you,
Yeah, I agree.
have you ever heard about this word, dumping?
Yeah.
No.
Dumping is an illegal act of selling a product that is no good to another country. What did in the case of the pesticide, they sold a large lot of these pesticides to Egypt and Japan, and thousands of people had diarrhea. Thousands of people got blind, they lost their vision, and of course, many people died, okay? And this is a very illegal act. Every time people hear about a case of dumping, the Interpol tries to intercept all the merchandise and everything is confiscated because they never dump anything good. It's always bad quality products, understand? Like contaminated milk, contaminated medicine, everything. Even in Brazil, we have, I think you can still find, we received a large ship with frozen meat from Poland or any country near Russia, which was radioactive after Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's funny because they discovered that the meat was radioactive. And when it arrived in Brazil, the federal police and the Interpol confiscated and everything. I think it's still there in some warehouse because they don't know what to do. But Brazil bought. And I myself, I remember that after Chernobyl, my son was young and he used to drink milk. So I used to buy milk for him. And I remember going to a supermarket, and I'll never forget this. And at that time, one can of that powder milk Ninho cost about, a can of Ninho cost about, let's say, R$8, a small can. And there was a big can with like almost 2 kilos of powder milk. The name was Sunny Day. When I saw Sunny Day, I thought, wow, I've never heard about this. But it was all in English. Pounder milk, blah, blah, blah. And then I turned it around and I started reading the description. It was from, I think, Ukraine or something. And the production date was like 1 month after Chernobyl. Understand? So, and the price of this, like almost 2 kilos of powder milk, was like R$4.
Oh my God.
And then I remember that I looked and I said, I don't believe this, you know. Of course,
It's a crime.
it is a crime. Dumping
Yes.
is a crime. It's an international crime.
Yeah.
And it was being sold here in Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay. So, of course, I did not buy it. But dumping is a very serious problem. If you Google it and try to discover the most, let's say, horrible examples of dumping, you're not going to believe. Okay.
Yeah.
According to the passage How could a pod of whales being unable to go to their usual feeding area affect humans? Be sure to describe the full chain of events in your answer. How did this affect the humans? Does anyone know? Or you guys don't remember? Because this one I remember.
I didn't participate to the last class.
Aha, you're getting ready for Valentine's Day, huh?
I think in this case, when the humans needed to find another type of food because the salmon, the whales food only salmons.
Salmon.
So the humans, yes, salmon.
In the singular.
Salmon, okay.
Salmon, yeah, there is no
Salmon,
plural.
okay. And the humans needed to find another other type
Source.
of food.
Yeah, another source of food. Yeah, you told me the last part of the chain. The first part of the chain is pods of whales would usually go to Alaska to feed themselves. But what happened? The water was infected by sharks that would attack them. So they turned it around and came down towards Seattle looking for food. And they found a large, abundant amount of salmon. And they ate everything. And when the Native Americans, the Indians that lived in the area, went there to catch the salmon, they couldn't find the fish anymore. The whales had eaten everything, understand? So they had to find a new source of food, all right?
Okay.
That is the entire chain of events. Pay attention here. Suppose that people living by a lake decide to put a chemical in the water to get rid of a certain type of fish in the lake, like piranhas. Would that action be likely to affect other living things in that environment? Use evidence from the passage to explain why or why not. What do you guys think about this? Can anyone try to answer? Camila, Juliana, Raquel, Regina, Glória, Dirce, Oscar, Gabriel, Carol. There are so many students today. Come on.
Roberto,
Yes, sir.
I think the problem is in this situation, the people can't use the water to the other needs because the water is contaminated.
Yes, but that's not the, yeah, that's one point, Oscar. But
Yeah.
also, every time you try to get rid of one type of insect, you are going to disturb the entire environment because, okay, they didn't like that type of fish, so they wanted to kill one specific type of fish. But that fish could be the natural source of food for other fish or for other predators.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
It's just like when Ibama, for example, decided, oh, we cannot kill alligators, we cannot kill capybaras. What happened? They started breeding so much that they started invading cities. So you see, one thing affects another. Yeah. All right?
Yes.
So you have to let the nature adapt to a situation, not try to interfere. Every time you interfere, you affect another point. Understand? Like you cut the trees, and then the soil is not going to be as good as before. Understand? It's like every consequence, everything, every action has a consequence in environment.
What name in English you use in this situation and one thing affect the other thing, the other thing, the other situation? What's the name?
It's a chain. A chain.
Chain.
A chain of reaction.
Em cadeia?
Yes, a chain of reaction.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And that ends up affecting the humans that live in the area. As you said, the water is going to be contaminated, so you cannot use the water for drinking purposes, maybe not even for swimming, okay?
Okay.
And so on. Any question about?
No.
Yes,
I
this.
don't. Dirty? I'm not dirty.
I'm sorry. It's because sometimes the internet voice is different. Who is speaking?
Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel. You changed your voice. Come on, talk like a man.
I'm trying to sound good, like Dirty. So, we can use the near situation, a close situation to our lives to think about the forgot the name. The situation that was appearing in the question, the chemicals in the water. If you change the word chemicals to even shit or
you mean like feces? Shit?
Yeah, feces, shit. If you change the word chemicals to feces, we have a lot of rivers that are not good anymore because of the feces, like Rio Tietê.
Okay.
They start to get this. The people that live near to the river get diseases and get animals and bacteria and even fungus from the river.
I see. Yeah. It's a chain of reaction, you know, like it's like when that water dam or reservoir in Brumadinho collapsed.
Yes.
The consequences are endless, understand? It destroyed the river, it destroyed the fish, it, let's say, destroyed the life of all the people that depended on the fishing to survive, understand? It's a chain of reaction, as Oscar mentioned. Okay,
It's a one cycle, né? Cycle.
Yes,
né?
yes. And it's difficult to predict how long it's gonna take to get back to normal, if it ever gets back to normal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any question about this? No.
No.
Okay. Okay. We finished one more lesson. I'm going to start sharing another lesson, today's lesson. Okay. And I have to tell you something. I decided to prepare again another review, a more complete review, to start giving you today and tomorrow, because something happened this weekend and I will only be able to give you class this week until tomorrow. It doesn't mean that our classes are going to finish, but there was a sudden change of plans, okay? So what is going on? I better be honest with you and let you know. I was called by a friend who lives in Italy and told me that starting on July 1st, people from the United States and people from Brazil will not be allowed to enter in Europe anymore, starting on July 1st, until the curve of the COVID-19 starts decreasing. Understand? And as everyone knows, I do live in Europe, understand? And I do have a lot of business there to solve. So on the weekend, I was able to find a ticket, a very expensive ticket, as Oscar probably already mentioned.
My situation.
Yes. And the only company that is flying is Lufthansa, okay? So I got a ticket, a one-way ticket, because I don't know how long I'll have to stay there. I don't know if I'll be able to come back. To leave Brazil on Wednesday, but I'll go to Frankfurt first. From Frankfurt, I'll have to go to Munich. And from Munich, I'll have to go to Milan, and then I'll get back home in Turin. So unfortunately, it's going to take me like 3 days to get back home. Understand? Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if everything works out well, if I'm not stopped because I'm coming from Brazil and our image outside Brazil is terrible, outside Brazil, in Europe, all over is terrible. So if I don't get any problems, I'll be home by the weekend. And I do have internet access at home. So on Monday, we can resume our classes and continue normally. Of course, for me, the classes are going to be very late at night because there is a 5-hour difference between here and where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your class is going to start for me at 11 o'clock p.m., which is fine. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'll just sleep late, understand?
Yes, yes.
But I will not be able to give the classes on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, okay?
In this week, no, teacher.
Yes, that's why,
Yeah,
Carol,
okay.
I told you, Monday,
Yeah.
probably everything is normal, understand?
Thanks God.
Yes.
Thank
Thank God, yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Good luck, teacher.
I sincerely hope too, okay?
Yeah.
Because as I told you before, I do love teaching you guys. Yeah, it's a great thing for me, understand? Bruno told me, well, if you go back, if you want to interrupt the class, I said, no, no, no. As soon as I am home, I'd like to continue with the classes, understand?
Yeah,
But
if it's necessary change in the I
No,
don't
no.
know for the other students, but if it's necessary change a little the time of the classes, teacher.
No, I don't mind.
no.
Okay, nowadays in Brazil, I wake up early. There I will wake up later because by the, yes. Okay, if I wake up there at 8 o'clock like I usually do here, it's going to be 3 o'clock in the morning, Brazil, understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll just wake up at 10 o'clock and I'll prepare class. I'll have a lot of time to do this, understand? And during the day, I can also decide what to do with my life, if my job is still there, if the company is still going to hire me again and everything, okay?
Wow.
So
And
a lot of, yes,
will
a lot
you
of,
go alone, teacher, or with your wife?
no, I'm not risking taking her at this moment, understand? I prefer that she stays home, safe and sound, because traveling nowadays is kind of complicated, understand? Yeah. I even read that Lufthansa is given COVID-19 tests at the airport prior to any departure. So if you test positive, you cannot board the plane, understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't risk taking my wife with me now. If everything is okay, in July, she'll go, or in August, she'll go. Okay, or if the situation in Europe, I can probably give you a better feedback if I can't get back. The thing I'm afraid is it's possible that I get there and they kick my ass out of there, understand? No, it is possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though I have the permission to stay in Europe as long as I want for the rest of my life, I'm going from Brazil. And they don't want people from Brazil, understand? Or they might say, okay, you can enter, but you have to stay in a quarantine. If I convince them to stay in a quarantine in my house, isolated, that's okay. But what if they put me in a hotel or in a place secured by the police or something like that, understand? I don't know. My mobile is from Italy, understand? And I do have access to the internet, okay? So I can even try to get connected. And life is back to normal. But everything depends on Germany, okay?
Teacher,
Yes, Vanessa.
buy a good mask to protect you. To protect you. There is a mask W95 is the
N95 is the best.
and yes,
Yeah,
buy a
but
lot of masks,
yeah,
please.
but
Yes.
I tried to find some good masks today, but everything I found was very shitty. Very shitty.
Yeah.
Understand? So I'm just taking like a box of gloves, okay, like plastic gloves, and some bad masks. Maybe I can find some good ones in Germany because here, nothing. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, and the situation is really critical. You guys,
Yeah.
for example, I'll have to sleep one night in Frankfurt. The hotel, I called the hotel and they told me, well, due to the COVID-19, we are not accepting any guests unless you have all the necessary requirements to be here. I said, yes, I do have a permanent resident there and I need to spend the night there so I can continue my trip the next day. Well, you bring all the evidences. I have already paid for the hotel, but it's possible that they don't even let me go inside of the hotel. Can you believe this?
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Oh,
Teacher, did you got the exam?
No,
No?
not here. In the area where I live, I think the only exam that they have is the breath analyzer for alcohol. Understand? Okay. Yes. If I could take the exam, I would probably show positive and not like our president, really positive, understand?
Really,
Because,
teacher? You think
no,
you got
no. I mean, maybe I didn't express myself. It wouldn't
Okay.
test positive. I would be negative for COVID-19 because I have been inside of my house for a long time, understand? So I'm not worried about that.
Yes.
And I'm not taking a bus to go to the airport. I'm driving to the airport. Okay, so I'm going alone. But I don't know. It depends on the German immigration. Okay, and German people, they are very nice. Okay, they are very nice.
I was on some Instagram, a girl from Recife. I think she lives in Germany, and she got back, I think, 2 months ago. And it was okay at the airport. They just checked her temperature.
Yes.
And it was okay.
Yeah, if they check my temperature, I think that is going to be all right. Understand? Because from my house, I will drive straight to the airport. I'll drop the car there, and I'll board. Okay. And if something happens on board, it's not going to show up in the next few days.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So I don't know, but there are so many restrictions that you guys can't imagine. Understand?
Yes.
Even the airplane. Okay, like I paid for the ticket, Oscar, but it's written there. Due to COVID-19, maybe the plane can be canceled or you cannot board.
Yeah. It's the problem.
Yeah. So I'm taking a chance, okay? I'm taking a chance. But if I don't go now, I won't be able to go. If they really decide to block the entrance of people from Brazil and people from the US after July 1st, who knows when we will be able to travel again, understand?
Yeah.
And my apartment has been closed for more than 3 months, understand?
Yeah.
I think that all my plants have already died, understand?
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. But if everything is okay, I will pray a lot and everything is okay. On Monday, I'll be back, okay?
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, what is the class today? I've prepared a lot of exercise for you guys, so if I'm not here, you can continue studying. I can show you today. I try to include everything that we have, practically everything. Everything would be impossible. I was impressed. We've had more than 55, almost 60 classes already. Can you believe this?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of classes. Okay.
Yes.
So, the first one starts, I always start with the easy ones. So we have time to do this.
Teacher.
Like, yes.
Can you share your
Carol.
screen?
When Carol calls my name, I already know.
Where is the exercise?
Yeah. Carol doesn't even need to finish the sentence, okay?
Wow.
Sorry, teacher.
Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay.
I'm very thankful to you, Carol, because if you don't remind me, I was seeing the exercise, okay? But only me.
Carol is very fast.
Yeah.
Very anxious.
Yeah, very faster than me, I would say. First exercise, a walk in the park. Just complete with the simple present or present continuous. Only these. So, Oscar, can you complete number 1, please? Susan rarely.
Susan really plays tennis.
Rarely
Plays tennis.
Excellent, Oscar.
Plays.
Yes.
Third
Gloria,
person.
yes. Plays. Oh, sounds like Z. Plays.
Yes.
Okay. Gloria, can you complete number 2, please?
We understand your plans now.
Okay, Gloria was paying attention. We understand. This verb, even if I say now, understand is never used in the present continuous, okay?
Now it's the key word in this sentence.
Exactly, Oscar, exactly. Now, we understand. Oh, come on, computer. We understand your plans now. What about number 3, Camila?
Do you believe in her history?
In her story, I don't. In history, I don't know. Do you? Believe. Very good, Carol. Carmen. Camila. Ooh, I'm going crazy today.
Roberto,
yes.
I have a question. I know, do you believe? Why did you believe?
Because she told us a story, and I ask you, do you believe in her story? Understand? And you were not supposed to use the simple past. It's only simple present or present continuous. So this is the only option.
Okay.
Exercise.
Of course, Oscar, of course. Imagine we are together, we meet somebody, this somebody tells us a very surreal story. And then we say bye-bye. After some time, I look at you and I say, Oscar, did you believe in his story?
Yeah.
Not a word. Okay, so it is possible to. But in this case, that's the only possibility.
Okay.
What about number 4, dears?
Look, somebody is breaking into that house.
Excellent, dears. Because I'm saying, look, the action is happening now. Carol, what about number 5?
Ted and Paul often go bowling at night.
Excellent. Gabriel, what about number 6?
Where do Ted usually park his car?
What?
Where do Ted usually park his car?
What?
Where is?
Where does?
Where does?
I'm talking in the
does Ted usually park
his
third
car.
person?
Third person, sorry.
No problem. We are all here to learn. That includes me. I also learn a lot from you guys. To share the screen, right, Carol?
Yeah.
Gloria, what about number 7?
All salaries are increasing next week.
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, not in Brazil, but yes.
Teacher,
Yes,
in
Carol.
this case, it's possible I use, for example, the future, going to increase.
No.
Yes. Are going to increase next week. But what's the point? Yes, here you were supposed to use only simple present or present continuous.
Yeah, okay.
And then we can use present continuous with the future significance, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Raquel, what
Okay.
about number 8, Raquel?
We often are having burgers for dinner.
No. Oh, what's the key word, Oscar?
Often.
Often.
Yeah.
So we often have. That shows the habit. Okay, we often have.
Okay.
Every.
What about the number 9, Juliana? Juliana, are you still there?
Hi, teacher.
Number 9. Not to go to school tomorrow. It's a holiday.
I'm not going to school tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm not going to.
Perfect. What about the number 10, Regina? Regina?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's closed my phone. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. Be there.
Here.
I'm not here. I'm not here.
Yes, only this.
I'm not here.
Why? It's not possible to say, I am not being. That doesn't exist, okay? So the only alternative is, sorry, I'm not here tomorrow.
I'm not here. Okay.
Now let's start complicating a little bit. Complete with the best possible forms. Simple present, simple past, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous, or past continuous. All of them, all the cats in just one bag. Adriana, what about number 1?
My parents, several years ago, my parents has moved to, no?
This word here gives you the answer.
Okay, past tense, simple past.
Simple past. My
parents moved to this town several years ago.
Excellent, Adrian. Excellent.
Thank
now, Oscar, what about the number 2, my friend? Lately.
I was seen.
I was seen. That construction does not exist.
Have seen.
I have been seen.
I have
seen.
Okay. I have seen Mary lately. Because lately is not a precise date. It's in the last few days. I've seen Mary lately. Okay.
Okay.
And teacher, can be simple past in this sentence?
No, because lately is not a definite time, Carol.
Yes.
It's indefinite. Okay.
Okay.
Vanessa, what about number 3? That's a difficult one for you, baby. Just to make your day happier.
Very happy now.
I can imagine.
How long? Come on, guys.
Now nobody's whisper, yeah?
Is it snowing?
No.
Have it snow?
Has,
Has
okay.
been.
Has it
Has it
Snowing.
been
snowing?
snowing?
Wow.
Present perfect continuous because it's a temporary action. How long has it been snowing? 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay?
And present continuous, no.
Present continuous, no, because present continuous is now. Like it's
Okay.
Here, I want to know the duration of an action which started in the past and continues to the present.
Okay, I understand now.
Carol, number 4.
When I got there, Mary was talking on the phone.
Very good, Carol. When I got there, Mary was talking. Okay? Excellent. And just one more to finish. Camila, what about number 5? A nice one for you.
Have you ever seen a crazy person before?
Oh, very good, Camila. Have you ever seen the rain?
This is a classic.
Yeah. No. Okay, very good. Oh, guys, you do have a bunch of exercises here. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Try to do them. If you can't finish them by tomorrow, you can finish them the day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, until I get back to you, okay? But tomorrow I'm here again, okay?
Okay.
After that, there is a classical song. I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye, Roberto.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Good treat, teacher.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
See you.